Tom's armed, look alive. One down. I'm hit. I'm wounded. One down.
Not being the hugest fan of the burst rifle and generally being reluctant to spend a loadout point on a sidearm made me initially quite skeptical of the burst pistol. As it turns out though, just by nature of it being a sidearm makes its 3-shot burst a naturally effective method of finishing enemies off in a quick and efficient manner, and with a bit of practice and the right class loadout, can even be an effective primary weapon. Now let's get the damage specs out of the way immediately. Body shots do about 21 damage or 1 bar of health, and headshots do about 40 damage or 2 bars of health. This means that one burst isn't generally enough to down an enemy, assuming they have full health. This means that mid-firefight, taking into account the gun's relatively poor medium to long range accuracy, it often takes 2 or 3 bursts before you manage to down your target. Ammo is consumed very quickly because of this, and makes Scavenger 1 or 2 a very helpful booster to equip with the burst pistol, and a necessary one if you're going to be using the burst pistol as your primary weapon. This is why the gun works perfectly when used as your secondary means of attack. After one shot from a tactical shotgun, a frontier rifle, or a hunting rifle, or any other powerful gun, means that you can pretty easily whip out your burst pistol and finish them off with a single pull of the trigger. This helps save ammo in your large firearm and means that you can create numerous 1-2 punch combos with various different large firearms. Because of this, the gun really is best used as a secondary weapon. That may not immediately make sense to you, but think of it this way. The revolver is a versatile and effective enough handgun that I even dedicated an entire video to why you could use just the revolver and be an absolute beast with it. The burst pistol is hard to recommend in the same way. It's best used as a backup or a finisher, thanks to its quick bursts.
One less hunter to worry about.
Should you decide to use the burst pistol all by itself, be cautious. The gun's limited range and accuracy can leave you in tight spots easily. If you equip it by itself, stick by your teammates, allow them to deal most of the damage, and then strategically fire off a burst for the killing blow. Or load yourself up with so many boosters that despite your long range disadvantage, you're so stealthily equipped or brutal brawler ready that you'll be able to destroy anyone who comes close.
Down point.
So perhaps the real question about the burst pistol is this: is it worth using over the other sidearms? I think the answer can be yes, but very often I think the answer is no. This is a specialized weapon that takes some learning to make the most of, and even once you do, you'd be just as well off in most cases with a revolver, if not better off entirely. That's not to say don't use the burst pistol though, I actually really like it. It's just hard to explain why I like it logically, because almost all the other pistols I feel could take its place and be just as effective.
Don't let up. They can't keep up with us. Gotta strike.
The burst pistol is definitely a give-take weapon. It definitely gives you some things. It makes it a breeze to kill enemies who are very up close in your face. But there are a lot of downsides to it, such as limited ammo, limited accuracy, limited range, and things of that sort. One last random tip I'll leave you with is that by releasing L2 immediately after pressing R2, You can shoot off just a single bullet, which is helpful when you come across bomb traps and you don't want to waste a ton of ammo. So all in all, I think you're well off with the burst pistol if you use the recommended loadouts that I'm showing on the screen here. But be careful with it, and if it doesn't suit your playstyle, probably don't bother with it. Just go back to using the revolver or the enforcer or the 9mm, because those are very reliable weapons. And I don't think the burst pistol is reliable. It's a lot of things, but it's not reliable. So thank you guys for watching. Up next is coming the crossbow review, and after that the frontier rifle review. So stay tuned to that. I will talk to you guys in the comments.